What's up, guys? Another day, another dollar. As you can see, today's video is a little bit different. I'm not in my car, but I wanted to make the same type of video anyway because realistically all I do in my car is sit there and I talk. And I wanted to make a video today in my car, but honestly I started playing this game last night and I'm having so much fun that I don't want to stop playing. I'm going to be doing the same video, as you can see by the title, but on Call of Duty. And I started last night. I'm going for my camo grind. I don't play controller, so I'm not the best Call of Duty player you've ever seen. I bought a controller yesterday. I have one gun gold. I'm working on the AK. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to be talking about what you see in the title while playing Call of Duty, so you have something to watch. Once again, not the best Call of Duty player. I just started picking up controller. Essentially, today's video topic is horse meat lore. Okay, so people always ask about, how I got into making videos. What do my parents think, which I've talked about. Dude, I'm not locked in. How I met my girlfriend, my current girlfriend. What happened to the girl that people used to see. All that kind of stuff. So, I guess I'll start into how I got into making videos. People are always asking me all the time, well, like, oh, I want to get into social media. How did you start making videos? What's the strats to, making internet videos? And I would say I'm the worst person to ask. There's people out there that basically look at it from an analytical view. So, I know a good example of that, two good examples is like Connor Sinan, and Togi, right? They studied the algorithm. They've talked about it on podcasts and stuff like that. Studied the algorithm, right? What's the most efficient way to blow up? Things like that. So some people really aim to be, social media influencers. Holy shit, I'm so bad. Holy fuck, I'm so fucking bad. Sorry that you guys have to watch this. I'm trying to, talk and... Anyway, that wasn't me. Essentially, I was in a frat in college, okay? So I did the whole frat life, partying, drinking. I wouldn't say I'm done doing that stuff. I'm not in a frat anymore, but, I still like to party. I was in a frat, right? I, was super, that was back when I was super into fitness. All I cared about was being jacked and drinking. I was broke. I was extremely broke. I lived in the frat house, dude. Rent was $350 and I still couldn't afford furniture, right? And I would say that I was tired because at the frat house all we did was sit around and drink, and talk about girls or talk about whatever's going on and drink every day. And if you smoked weed, which I didn't do, but a lot of my roommates smoked weed, they would just smoke, drink, party so there'd be Tuesday, Tots Tuesday. We have a bar called Tots. If you go to Virginia Tech, Tots is a very big bar, and they have specials on Tuesdays, right? So it's Tots Tuesday, right? Wednesday off. Thursday you drink because it's like Friday Eve. Thursday is the Friday of Friday, if that makes sense. It's Friday Eve. So it's dude, tomorrow's gonna be Friday, and everyone loves Fridays. So then drink on Friday Eve, right? Thursday, Friday's Friday, so you drink. Saturday you drink. It's probably a party. Sunday, couple beers, football game, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Monday, day off. Then back to Tuesday, Tots Tuesday, right? So it's just a lot of drinking every single day. And when I moved into the frat house, I had no furniture, and I, was shit. I liked to play video games. That's what I did, right? And I know that this story seems like it's going nowhere, but it will take a turn. And I'd been making fitness TikToks and fitness videos and stuff, but no one really gave a shit. So then I just started, but it's not I cared. I wasn't trying to blow up on the internet or anything like that. And so I didn't really care. I'd just post fitness stuff, and like one TikTok would do well. I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, wow, it's like a little hit of dopamine, right? Anyway, what was I saying? So I started talking, right? And I would yap about just bullshit. It's kind of the way these YouTube videos are now, but in a short form content, which, you know, is doesn't make any sense to do. It's just yapping. No one gives a shit about that. Package in. So I would yap on TikTok. No one watched that shit, right? And it's for whatever. I would like shit on I would shit on stuff. You know, I was kind of a hater. I would just like, you know, like just I would talk shit on the internet. I used to make burner accounts, right, to just talk shit. And just get in like arguments for the sake of online. Like I would even take points that I don't even believe in, right? So like if there was some like controversial thing, I would take a side just to like argue, which was really bad. I don't know why. I think I was just bored and like I just wanted some like conflict. And dude, I am doing terribly. I'm sorry you guys have to watch this. It's hard to like talk and play at the same time. I would just take a side that I didn't even believe in just to like piss people off, you know. Shit like that. And so anyway, the more I started talking, it slowly got more and more out of pocket. So, you know, I like if you guys have ever played video games and you're in an Xbox party with your friends, you're in Discord, and sorry I'm doing so bad, you say messed up shit. Anyway, I started the talking videos got more out of pocket, right? And I started saying kind of the stuff that you know, I would say on Discord or something like that. But by then I had lost the whole fitness aspect of it. I'm like, wow, I don't even do fitness anymore. So I just started throwing fitness tips on there. So that's kind of how the fitness tips and everything started. And then I branched out and got into depression tips, relationship tips, you know, stuff like that. And I had gotten banned. So I built up an account to like 100K on TikTok, and I was really excited about it. It took me like a year. It got banned, permanently gone forever. I was distraught. It took me like 2 years to build that account up, and I was so distraught. I was like, damn, bro. So I started another account, got it to 200K after maybe like 6 months, banned again. And like the timing was getting shorter for it to grow. But I kept getting banned, and then maybe 3 months later, I built it up to 400K or something like that. And then I got one to 500K, and I think the last one before I started a bunch of accounts that got banned was like 600, 700,000. And it really sucks because like there's a lot of videos on there that are just lost to time that I think would be really cool that people want to see, that are people would enjoy. But they're just gone forever. You know, probably better than the stuff I make now, because I can get into that. And I really just enjoyed talking shit on the internet. I didn't really care about it. It was never like a, you know, like a thing that other people do it for. Like people want to make social media their full-time job. For me, it wasn't like that. I just liked to talk shit on the internet. So then after I got the big one banned, right, I was like, I can't keep going through this. And like a big thing I was struggling with was people stealing my videos. So like I would make like a bunch of really like videos that did well, and basically the account would get banned, and then people would just start ripping them like their own, which sucks. Okay, anyway, back to the story, back to the lore video. And I'm not even like playing really, I'm just kind of thinking, dude, I'm doing so terribly. I'm gonna watch this video back and be like, holy shit, I'm so bad. I swear I'm not this terrible. What am I going? 11 and 8. I'm trying to get headshots. What was I? Where was I? Where was I in the lore story? Okay. I still at this point really loved making these videos. So I went to Instagram and started posting them as Instagram reels. And yeah, from there, you know, people just watched them, and that kind of is where we are today. So then I started doing other stuff. I started making YouTube videos. But then I was getting banned all the time on Instagram. So now we're in this place where it's like, oh, well, like what to do, and you know, this whole time still going through school, still doing other stuff, DJing, all that kind of thing. But yeah, so people ask me, honestly for me it was sort of an accident. Dude, could my aim be any worse? Somewhere during that time. You know, I'll talk about how I met my girlfriend now, Fiona. And like the DJing thing, how I met Adrian, and like how the DJing thing started. I had like early on making videos, I had this really big interest in EDM because I'd played piano for 10 years and I loved raves. So like anyone else, you're like, this is super common. You go to a rave, you'd be like, wow, I want to make EDM music, right? And like some people do it, some people try it, some people try and don't stick with it, you know. But I've always kind of been someone who sticks with stuff once I start. Is that even true? I don't know. I picked up a MIDI keyboard. I knew nothing about music production. I knew nothing about DJing. I knew nothing about DAWs. I knew nothing about sound design. I just was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna freaking make EDM music, right? And I didn't know shit. I had GarageBand and a MIDI. The MIDI wouldn't even connect, so I'm just making like these terrible things. Making these horrendous things on like GarageBand. Or dude, I think I got some like weird Spotify DAW. DAW is like the place you make music. It's like free. It's like a browser DAW. I was just like putting stupid shit together. It was so bad. Didn't know anything about sound design. I was literally just pulling like samples and just like putting them together. Like, oh, this sounds cool. You know, that's kind of how you start, I feel like. Or no, maybe not. I don't know. I'm still starting out. I'm still very new. Even though I know a little bit more now. Ooh, I'm doing horrendous. So, you know, I had the I was doing that, and then Adrian, right, we were playing Destiny together. He was a bodybuilder. He competed against, what's that guy's name? Vaughn Walker. Lost, he got second to Vaughn Walker, and he was, like, doing the... I need to cut all these deaths out. Where am I going? This is terrible. Anyway, he let me, he bought a new mixer, and he let me use his mixer, right? And he taught me how to DJ. And then we kind of both didn't know he knew a little bit. I didn't know anything, but he knew a good bit about mixing on the deck. So like the difference between production and mixing is like, production is making a song, and mixing is just being on stage and mixing songs together, like a DJ at a club, right? That's mixing. Like he didn't make those like Drake pop EDM bangers when you're at like a bar. Like he's just mixing them together. And then production is like actually sitting down and creating a song from scratch. It's two sides of the same coin in EDM because you need to be able to do both, because like if you make a song, you need to be able to play it live. It's not like a rapper, right, where you rap and then you go on stage and rap your song. Oh, hey.
Oh, I thought I would scare you.
What?
I thought I could scare you.
This is Fiona.
Wait, what are you recording on?
I'm doing the same thing as a car talk, but with, well, I play COD.
I look insane. Hey, guys.
And then we got some club sets that we did deserve from, like, mutual friends that needed people to fill in. Got to play some live sets. That was cool. And then, you know, I was with, I guess we'll talk about, dude, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. Brands. People talk about, like, people that want to do the fitness industry talk about, like, oh, like, I want to be with, YOUNGLA. I want to be with Gymshark. I want to be with Dark Sport. Be with this, that, like, different things. So I started, the first one I got was Retaliation. And they were just starting out, and they texted me. I think it was me and Shans were the first two people on there, and they were just starting out. And that was cool to see them, like, grow. But later on the line, I left. Or, no, so what happened? Okay, so to get, like, sponsorships and stuff, because I know it's a lot of people's dream to get, like, sponsorships for, you know, for social media, because they think it's gonna, like, oh, I'm free, I made it, like, it's my job now. A couple misconceptions. People think that as soon as you get a sponsorship, you're, like, locked. Like, you're set. You know, like, this is your job, you can quit. That is not the case at all. That is not the... I think people think that people are making more money than they are because they see a couple people making like hyper amounts of money from like different things, and they think that like for the average influencer or whatever, that's how much you make, which is not the case. But yeah, there's a lot of influencers that have like sponsorships and stuff that, you know, don't make any money. Like sometimes, so like the way it works is like you get you could get commission, right? If people are wondering, they want to be in the fitness industry, I'll tell you how the payment system works. You can either get commission from codes, right? And you could start like that with no salary, and then if you sell a lot or you're like a bigger account, basically they'll offer you a salary plus the commission, and that salary could be anywhere from like $300 to, you know, if you have 10 million followers, like thousands of dollars, you know, like tens of thousands, who knows. I don't know if you're like freaking super famous, like, so if you were curious about that, that's kind of how it works. But it could just be like $300 salary plus commission, you know, which is not, like, you could pay, like, that's a good amount of money. But like if you're trying to like start a family, like you like make it, buy cars, like, unless you're getting like 1,000 code uses a month, like that is not the case. It is not the case. But you could. Some people get like thousands and thousands, but it just really depends. And also people trying to, you know, get into the fitness industry nowadays, I think like the advice I give people is like it's harder now because like it's not what it was. Because before, I mean, like you look at when people started, you got to do more. You got to do more and more and more now too. For like different things, you can't just do fitness. Anyway, I divulge. I joined Young LA as well as Retaliation. I had this like split thing, so I was like with both at the same time. And then I left Young LA to be with only Retaliation, and like everyone thought I got like kicked off or something. I'm not really sure. But no, they were like, "Oh, you got kicked off," and I was like, "No, I left. They both gave me like an option to choose one or the other." And then later on, I left Retaliation and went back to Young LA. So that's kind of how that worked. Let's see, what else is going on? Girlfriends. Yeah. So I was with that one girl for a while, that you may have seen. I get questions about it all the time. We had separated due to certain reasons, but like you know, you guys don't see all that stuff, you know, you just see like videos and everything. It didn't work out. Nothing bad or good, you know, just it didn't work out. Dude, I need to really farm these headshots. I'm like not even trying. See, yeah, maybe I'll do better if I do this more, because it's like, dude, talking and playing at the same time, because like I'm the kind of guy that's like locked in. Like look at this. I'm just getting bent. I'm going negative. Dude, my kitty is like a 1.6. What was I saying? Okay, how I met Fiona. So we had both gotten out of a relationship a couple months prior, right? And I was at my boy's wedding party, and you know, she texts me because we had a mutual friend, and then I didn't think much of it, but then I met her in Houston for summer shredding, and you know, we hit it off. Then we planned a trip to Florida, just me and her, and then ever since then we've happily ever after, you know. Happily ever after. It was kind of surprised. I don't think either of us like expected it or anything like that. Dude, this is horrendous. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely skipping over stuff. I did yeah,
You skip over everything.
Come on,
I just got kicked off
give me these damn headshots. It's kind of the story. I'm trying to think of some questions I get. Yeah, because people nowadays are always like, "Oh, I want to do fitness." I think like the biggest thing about the fitness industry is like having a good physique nowadays. Like doesn't matter. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. It depends on who you know what I mean? It just doesn't it doesn't matter. Yeah, like nowadays, like if it's like people just want to be you have to do something else, you know. Like if you look at, you know, some people do the positivity, some people do like motivational, some people do like funny stuff, you know. But yeah, oh my god, I'm getting clapped. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of the story. I was at a frat house. Yeah, so that's how many headshots? Sorry, those games were so bad. How many headshots do I have? 67? Oh my god. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. This is a little bit different one. It's like lore and stuff. And honestly, I'm not that terrible at this game. I swear. Increase the strength. Dude, I mean, I don't like this gun. The XM4 is so much better. The XM4 is so much better. It's not even funny. But yeah, I don't know. I want to do a bunch of different things now. Kind of in this phase of like figuring it out. If I, you know, reading emails is fun. You know, I kind of like, I don't know. I just like doing a bunch of different stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the video. That's the lore. It's how it started. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this type of video, I can do it more. Because honestly, the car talks would be the same thing as this. Just you have something to watch. But I just want to get better at talking and playing at the same time. But yeah, that's the lore. So, yeah. I shall catch you guys in the next one. Peace.